Okay, before you start even thinking about any type of pattern or design, you want to really make sure that you have taken the time to use that rib tool and really smoothed out that surface and gone over it with a sponge. And remember, you're sort of holding it in an angle and dragging upwards to really make sure that's nice and smooth the whole way around. Don't worry about this top part right now. We'll do that after we remove the PVC pipe, but just make sure that otherwise you have a really smooth surface. Once you're ready, you can start thinking about adding patterns and designs to your work. I always say typically less is more, so you want to keep it relatively simple, otherwise your work starts looking like, I kind of compare it to when kindergartners or little kids put stickers all over stuff. You don't want it to look like that. You want it to be very simple, very clean, okay? So just to show you some examples, here is a simple scalloped edge, and these lines are just made with the end of a paintbrush, okay? Just a scalloped edge around the rim. Here's a very simple line texture. Make sure I'm getting this in the camera. There we go. Okay, again, these are just made with the end of a paintbrush. Okay, here's another simple design. These are made with the end of a paintbrush, and then the dots are just like that. Okay, here's a leaf pattern, also made with the end of a paintbrush. I know the inclination is to use the needle tool, but that ends up making a kind of scratchy line. We don't want that. We want to keep it nice and clean, and I find that the end of the paintbrush works really well, and then you can go over it with a sponge. Okay, and then here's a final one. You can use the end of a paintbrush. I also find you can just use the end of a Crayola marker to make dots like that. So that's an option too, just looking for, you know, objects around your house that would make an interesting texture or design. Okay, so once you figure out what you want to try, you're going to go onto your work. Okay, maybe I'll do just some little lines here at the bottom, and you can see I do end up with some excess clay. You might like that. You might sort of like the texture that adds. I actually do. You can also take a sponge and smooth that off. Okay, also while you have it upside down, if you wouldn't mind taking a needle tool or the end of a paintbrush, either one, I'll do that, and then signing your name on the bottom. Okay, and don't forget, these should be wrapped back up before you bring them back, so that you want to keep them moist for the travel from home to school. And we will take the PVC pipe out, refine the top a little bit on the inside, and then set them to dry here. All right. Okay, don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or need any help. I am always here for you. All right. Yay.